Good morning, comrades. You know what I really love about certain people? When they promise something and eventually they deliver. Last time we went out with Lucas from Renntech in this AMG GTR Pro, and he said we're gonna go for a lap in the A45S. And guess what we're doing today? And actually, unfortunately, well, we're gonna have a very cool driver excuse because we're missing some aerodynamic elements because unfortunate bunny crossed the road. Yep, and well, I guess it was cut in slices, but okay, anyhow, let's hop in and do a lap. Let's not talk about the bad things. Hello.
Hello. What's up?
What happened to the bunny? Is it in the back somewhere? No?
No, yeah, it's rotting in the forest now. It was very unfortunate. I wasn't even driving, someone else had the car. You know, shit happens.
It does. I mean, even on better fairy tales, including the Nürburgring fairy tale. Yeah. It seems that it's going to be raining a bit, but I guess it could be also in our advantage, so we can see what how the car handles.
It handles very well on the tires it comes with from factory, so the Michelin 4S Pilot Sport. But well, apparently the Cup 2 are not that bad in the rain either. Depends. If it's just like that, it shouldn't be a big problem.
We'll have a look. So what have you done to this car so far?
We have a different set of springs fitted, slightly stiffer because the car was too soft from factory. It's still even too soft, but then it wouldn't, you know, if we go even with a different spring rate, it wouldn't work with the stock dampers. So this is, in my opinion, from the measurements we did and from the feeling also you have, because sometimes it's also the feeling, that this is the right choice. It's a slight lowering, about 2.5 centimeters in the front. I shouldn't forget my QR code. And 2 centimeters in the back. So this is the right spring rate, which matches, in my opinion, also the expectations of most of the people who also said, like, yeah, the car's slightly too soft. But let's see. There will be a proper suspension obviously coming at a later point. Then we have adjustable top mounts, so we can adjust the camber a little.
Okay.
This is already changed on the car because otherwise you can't adjust the camber at all on this car, which is normal in most of the, you know, the cars that come from factory. Then we have a mapping. It's a plus of 40 HP. Normally the car is rated at 421 HP or PS, but they say, or let's say what you normally see is that you obviously see a little more on the dyno. So we've measured the car stock at 440 something. Okay. I can't say exactly how much it was, but 440 something, yeah. So we have 480 HP now. I think you can feel that the car wants to rev. It's a different feeling than an old 45. Oh
yeah, definitely.
It's like a, you know, nicely high revving engine in a similar way. The 4-liter likes to rev as well. So we didn't put a lot of torque on top, just 50 Newton meters more. But the top end power is 480 now. What else? S model A45S has a nice feature which the A45 non-S doesn't have, which is additional cooling from the air conditioning. Okay. So you have another, let's say, like a chiller. Is it the right name? I think so. Yeah, but basically you have a heat exchanger on the front right of the car, and this heat exchanger is connected to the intercooler, which is obviously also a heat exchanger. And they build up a feature where basically, if you don't have your air conditioning up to the max, it will use the air conditioning system to help cooling down the intercooler.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And this is the feature just coming with the S.
Wow. I must say, the way that the car handles is absolutely phenomenal for like an all-wheel drive car.
Yeah.
It's something unusual, I would say.
Yeah, well, I think we will feel it maybe at some other corners a little bit more, but this is something, yeah, you already have noticed. This car has a twin rear differential.
Okay.
So it can do proper torque vectoring. So let's say like this here, and I floor it, you will feel how the rear end kicks. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. And it's just, you know, it's very stable coming out of the corners.
Yeah, so it's actually not oversteering. It does not put like 50 or 70% power to the back two wheels, but put to the back left wheel or back right wheel. And that's incredible. Wow.
What else? We have a different set of Cup 2 tires on the car. Normally the car comes with 245s around, and we are running now 255 Cup 2 around. Interestingly, for whatever reason, they are running 255 on a CLA, but didn't use this tire size on the A-Class.
Oh, interesting.
What we are still missing, unfortunately, here is a better brake system. We don't have a solution for proper brake pads yet, because of all the typical and big manufacturers like Target and whoever's on the market or Endless, they didn't release anything yet. So we need to wait, or we need to see if we can opt for, like, you know, doing something ourselves.
I was very impressed by the way the car managed to take Verseiten. It's like really the handling is unusual for a all-wheel drive car.
Also here you can feel it. It's not like, you know, if you know a normal Golf or something which is front-wheel drive. Also here, you know, it's just. Oh, I'm sorry. too much talking. I should concentrate on the driving. But this is actually a good example of what happens. We are driving in manual mode now, so I forgot to shift.
So it actually doesn't upshift for you?
It doesn't do the upshift for me, but normally these cars, or let's say AMG cars, they have a race mode where you have like a semi-manual thing.
Yeah.
It will upshift for you, it will also downshift for you, but you can also, maybe you can link to it or whatever. There was a lab with this car with Christian Gebhardt from Sport Auto, and even he said, like, in this car, unfortunately, the system doesn't work that good as on all the other AMGs. So basically, you have to drive in manual mode if you want to go fast, because otherwise the car doesn't choose always the right gear, which is usually the case like on a C63 or GTS or something.
Or a GT.
What else did I forget? I'm not sure. The brakes are the most problematic thing at the moment. The weight is also like not you know, something you would normally expect from such a small car, because it's 1550 kilos.
The rubbing comes from the wider tires, or?
Yeah, it's because of the wider tires, but it's just a plastic part, so we don't have to worry about that. It's just a noise that will disappear itself after some time. But otherwise, I think right now we can also imagine what the car could do with a even better suspension, with proper brakes. Even here, you just floor it at the exit. What the car doesn't like is if you brake too late into the corner.
So trail braking it doesn't like?
Basically it really likes to understeer then. But everything else, even if we go here, over the curb or here, the suspension handles it very well. It doesn't get really unstable or something.
Well, I mean, if the car is like, so to say, if the handling is really, that you get the most benefit of the handling based on your torque vectoring, or in this case differential, which is controlled by throttle rather than braking, then yeah, you should use it to your benefit, and not try to like lift off oversteer or trail brake.
Now it's a little wet here, so let's see how we come out of the corner. Obviously we have some understeering, but if I floor it now, the car obviously will have 50-50 coming out, but it's still, you know, easy to handle. I mean, obviously you can feel that like the rear wants to come out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't like if it's not properly wet. It's like, you know, where you don't know what the car will do right now. It would slide a little here and there, but...
yeah, exactly. If it's like going to be more wet than other wet out of the corner, then...
This is the conditions I hate the most, especially if you have weather like this.
I think everyone.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, what should you do? Dry line, wet line, go off the throttle, go on the throttle, but I think it showed us like a lot that is like very predictable. And actually that's, you should be on the gas to control this car, I would say.
Yeah.
It's very much a race car feeling, and especially since the last A-Class was not built to be an AMG until the very last moment. They say, oh, we're going to make it the AMG, and everyone's like, we cannot make it. With this chassis, they knew that it's going to be, and they implemented lots of cool features to it, which makes it like a very cool car. And I think you get, it's definitely like one of the, so to say, more expensive hot hatches. Like
it's really expensive.
Yeah, but if I compare it to all the other cars, what you get in return, it's very nice. Like to even make it an understatement, it's more than very nice. It's amazing. A lot of people always ask me on my channel why we see so many M3s and some other cars, but never actually an AMG. To that regard,
I mean, obviously it's a very expensive car. Many people will not buy it and mod it, but on the other side, if you buy it used, maybe now as a demo car or something like that. Actually, I'm planning to put a roll bar into the car, then also just 2 seats, and then make a track tool approach and see what the car can do then. If we take out some weight, which will not be easy because they're already using, let's say, lightweight materials already for the dash, for the door panels and everything. So let's see. I don't think we're gonna strip it out completely, but at least throughout the rear seats, just some, nice Recaros.
You're gonna have better sound as well.
Actually, maybe I forgot. We already have a mid silencer delete on this car.
Okay.
We are working on a TÜV legal solution for this car, like catback, respectively, OPF back or it's not DPF. What's a GPF? GPF back exhaust system. And the next step will be also downpipe. We already have one, but it's not fit in the car because we still need it for some TÜV testing and noise emissions and whatever. This will be the next step. We have a second car from a customer in parallel, also as a demo or development car. So he's testing some other stuff, which is not fitted here. Yeah, but I think you could feel that the base car is already quite good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And there are just some little mods done for now.
But it's already, it makes it like very, very impressive. Like a proper track car. Like maybe this is going to be one of the like future track classics, like in 20 years, that people are gonna buy.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, the engine obviously is very stable. We already have made a few dyno runs with 600 horsepower.
Okay. Out of 2 liter.
But it was with a straight pipe. No cat, nothing, and a different turbo setup. But then we also need to fix the cooling problem then, because this is something which works fine from factory. It also works fine with the tune, and even if we upgrade the turbo and go to like 525 or 500 50 HP over that limit, it's not sufficient. So yeah, what else? I don't know. I mean,
I guess for everything else, shoot him a message, he will answer. And until then, I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a very cool lap. I'm very much like amazed by this car, because I wouldn't be expecting a luxury, not really GT, but a luxury hot hatch handle this way it handles. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So looking forward to see what you're going to do with this car further on, and hopefully we'll do some more laps.
I'm sure we can do a quick lap when you know, track will be empty, or maybe we can have some comparison to some other cars.
Yeah,
like I already had it yesterday, where you could see, okay, obviously a GT3 RS is faster. Yeah, that's clear, but it's not like, you know, it just pulls completely away from you. And yeah, in this basis, it's already quite good. So with some proper brake and suspension mods, the car will be even much quicker than it is now. And the rest we will see.
Excited. Well, until then, see you then. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.